What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Life in the Grand Valley. It has been a minute since I posted a video on here. Busy, just excuses, so we'll get back to at least providing some monthly videos, and I have had several of you reach out to me in the last few months, so I'm glad that for those of you who are watching these, you're finding value in them now. If you're new to the channel, my name is Keallan Dowells, local realtor. Created the channel because I want to show you what it's like to live, buy, sell, and build out here. So if you're doing any of those, obviously I love the opportunity, shameless plug, to help you out and earn your business. But as you can see in the title, we're going to be talking about, as we move into 2025, what are the three most affordable areas right now here in the Grand Valley, Grand Junction, Mesa County, known as all three. And obviously, we're seeing home prices continuing to climb. We've seen that in 2024. We're going to most likely see that in 2025. Obviously, we're playing a game of supply versus demand, right? Inventory is still lower. We've made some gains on that, and demand is still high. And so, for the most part, Mesa County usually appreciates at about 4 to 4.5%. But there's a lot of areas where we're seeing even more growth than that. On top of supply versus demand, the area is growing a lot. A lot of people are moving here. Obviously, a lot of people love the location, and then a lot of surrounding areas. I think another big thing that's going to be affecting the market in the next several years is the fact that we're seeing a lot of people move out of the more expensive higher end mountain towns that are surrounding us and moving down this way, which is also pushing those home prices a big bunch too. So anyway, we're going to jump into the three most affordable areas here in the Grand Valley as we move into 2025. Let's talk about it. All right, so number one on our list is going to be Clifton. Now, Clifton, when I look at year-over-year numbers, right, from December of 23 to December of 24, the median sales price jumped from 256 to about 298, right? Once again, year-over-year numbers, so those numbers might vary once we get final numbers for the year, but obviously you can see that's a big jump, right? And it kind of just goes to show once again that a lot of the areas here in Junction are going to appreciate maybe higher than that norm of 4 and 4.5% when we look at year-over-year numbers. But Clifton is definitely probably one of the most least sought out areas here in the Grand Valley. And I think one of the biggest reasons for that is Clifton's also known, obviously, for its higher amount of crime. You're going to see a higher density, a little bit more rundown neighborhoods that are very well kept, and obviously a lot of drug-related activity in those areas. You'll see some a higher density of some mobile parks that aren't really well taken care of either. And so Clifton is kind of just overlooked for that reason. And a lot of buyers in the market try and stay away from Clifton if they can. Now, I'm not saying it's an absolute area, it's horrible, because there's definitely pockets of great subdivisions, very safe subdivisions when I'm looking at, family, or even a great opportunity for first-time home buyers. A lot of the homes that we see come to the market are, in subdivisions like the Clifton Village subdivision or Clifton Village South, a little bit of an older subdivision. A lot of those homes were built in the 70s and 80s, but we're seeing a lot of those homes that come to the market, have been, remodeled, so they're in much better shape. And once again, there's going to be pockets of subdivisions that just aren't as well kept, and maybe not are very attractive to a lot of people, but hence the reason why it's probably one of the more affordable areas in town. And so, once again, you can still find some fairly good options in the Clifton area for under that $300,000 mark or slightly above. And then you're going to find a couple newer developments out there in Clifton as well. Now, when I look at what amenities are out there in Clifton, right? You do have a city market out there. You have a series of franchise like fast food restaurants. You got Chipotle, Taco Bell, Popeyes, Starbucks, McDonald's, so on and so forth. You have one of the bigger local gyms here in town. They've got a location out there in Clifton known as Mesa Fitness. You have quick access to I-70. Right now, I'm at the James Robb State Park. This is in southeast Grand Junction, so just 5 minutes away from Clifton. You can come fish out here. You got Corn Lake just up the road, quick access to the river. They got the riverfront trail right there. And so, Clifton, affordable, a little bit more of a rougher area, but there's still some great areas and pockets of those great areas in that. And I think for some of the areas that we're going to talk about today, you're going to notice it's going to be a real mixture of some older rundown subdivisions and mobile parks, and then pockets of new subdivisions and great subdivisions. And that's technically what you might find be a common theme for some of these areas that we're going to talk about in today's video. But once again, number one on our list, Clifton, coming in at a median sales price of $298, up 15% from 2023. Let's move on to the next one. So second on our list, is going to be the southeast area. And as I mentioned, that's kind of where I'm at right here at James Robb State Park. And if you might be able to see behind me, see some houses. You got some houses that back right up to the state park. You got some houses like the Riverwalk subdivision, the Riverbend subdivision, River Run, that are right off of the Colorado River. So you have, the biking trails, the river biking trails. You got Corn Lake where you can go fishing. You can fish in here. Corn Lake, you can put some kayaks and all that stuff in the water. Quick access to the river. But anyway, the southeast area has a median sales price of about 350,000, which is up from about 335,000 year over year. So once again, home prices are just continuing to climb. Now, what you're going to find, as I mentioned, and when talking about Clifton, is you're going to find a really big mixture here in the southeast of some newer subdivisions. There's several new construction subdivisions that are popping up around here. They're more of your tract style homes, but they're going to probably start you around that $400,000 mark. So if you're in the market for something like that, you're going to find several options out here in the southeast, and then you're going to find a good mixture of some safe, nice, established subdivisions. Just subdivisions I just mentioned. You got Riverbend, Country Village, Riverwalk, Grove Creek East, very popular, River Run. And so just a good mixture of some very safe and nice subdivisions out here with a lot of good options in them. Now, you're going to find pockets, once again, of some rougher subdivisions that aren't very well kept, maybe have a little bit higher crime in them, some older, a little bit more rundown trailer parks out here. But nonetheless, guys, you can find a lot of good options. And for a lot of people, who are around that $350,000 mark, you once again going to provide you with a lot of opportunity out here. Another thing too about the southeast, if you are in the market, for maybe a mobile or manufactured home that's in a very well upkept subdivision, the Midlands Village is also located out here in the southeast area, and that's a very well sought out area for people who are in the market for homes like that. And it's right down the road from where I'm currently at, and obviously you can get some beautiful views out here along with that and all the outdoor access. In terms of other amenities, Clifton is going to probably be the closest when it comes to grocery stores. Like I mentioned, city markets out there, but just remember, just like anywhere here in Grand Junction, you're about 15 to maybe 20 minutes away from the heart of Grand Junction, where all the bulk of your amenities are. So you're probably going to move down that way further west to get to those things. You're also going to be maybe 5 or so minutes away from the Las Colonias area, which has multiple dog parks, walking trails, the butterfly pond you can kayak in. There's a zip line down there. There's a Las Colonias amphitheater down there. So the location is not bad at all. Once again, it can provide a lot of opportunity if you're on that $350,000 mark. So let's talk about our third one. All right, so third on the list is going to be the northeast area. Now, if you watched my videos before, you can go back and watch a video where I completely broke down the northeast area for you. But it's got a median sales price of about $369,000, which is up from $359,000 year over year. Now, obviously, a little bit on the higher end compared to the last two areas we talked about, but the northeast is very well sought out. Obviously, it's looked at and known for having a lower amount of crime. Location wise, you're more towards the center of town, within 15 minutes, as I mentioned already, of anything you need. It's also going to be right off of Patterson. If you're not familiar with Junction, Patterson is probably one of the main roads that you would frequently commute on. It moves east to west or vice versa throughout town, and you're going to find pockets, several awesome subdivisions out there in the northeast area. And compared to the last two areas we talked about, you're probably going to find a lower density of pockets of rougher neighborhoods. Most of the neighborhoods are pretty well kept and have been updated throughout the northeast area, and you're just going to have more options if you're looking for, once again, a home around that $369,000 mark or $350,000 mark. You'll be able to find it. If you're looking for something bigger, that's going to take you into that $500,000 to $600,000 mark. The northeast is going to have a bunch of different options for you. When it comes to new construction in the northeast, there are a few new subdivisions that have been developing out. You've got Tawny subdivision, I mentioned that before. Probably, once again, just like the other subdivisions here in the southeast that are new construction, probably going to start you around that $400,000 mark. That is a mark for our affordable new construction nowadays when we're talking about a single family home. And then you have the Sunset Valley Arabesque, where you're seeing some new homes still pop up. And I think, what is there? The other one, Aaron Estates, I believe, is the other one. Most of those homes are probably going to run you around that $500,000 mark. But you're also going to find in the northeast area that the new Grand Junction Rec Center is going to be right there. So that's a big thing for the northeast area. Obviously, you're going to have, pools, a gym, all the fun amenities that come with a rec center. That's going to be right off of about 28 and a half road in Patterson. So right in the middle of the Northeast area. Once again, quick access to Patterson, quick access to I-70, and as I mentioned many times, within everything you need here in town, right? So that's pretty much the Northeast area, guys. And what you're going to find here in Grand Junction in general, if you're just looking, we take away townhomes, we take away condos, we take away manufactured homes. If we're just talking about a stick-built 3-2, 1,500 square feet, right? That's pretty common for what people want. You're probably here in Mesa County going to need or most likely spend at least $350,000. There's really not anything. I mean, there's options below that, but they're just a lot of those options aren't fully turnkey, fully move-in ready. They might need some work, or they might not be in the greatest of areas. So hopefully this video was helpful for you. Hopefully you found some value in it. As I mentioned in the intro, if you're doing anything buying, selling, or building, I'd love the opportunity to at least chat, earn your business, and hopefully get you into your next home out here. And if, once again, you found value, learned something in this video, please like the video, guys. Subscribe, excuse me, words are hard. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you on the next one.